and welcome back to another video by Jimthecarguy. Today we have behind me that 2008, it's the Mercury Mariner that we're doing brakes on. When I did drive the vehicle before, I did mention to the customer I heard a rattling noise in the front end while I was driving it. So after talking to him about the brakes and him giving me the go-ahead to do the brakes, he just called me back now and he told me to go ahead and proceed and take care of the rattling noise up front too. So I'm going to show you what that rattling noise is and how we're going to resolve that issue at the same time we're going to do the brakes. So I already looked at it. The rattling noise it's getting is actually the stabilizer link. I'm going to bring you up front. I'm going to show you how to check it, and then I'm going to show you how to go ahead and replace it with a new one. There is another issue in here which I'm just going to bring to his attention for a later date, but I will show you that also. The lower control arms, the bushings are actually starting to come apart, but I'll show you that when I'm up in the front. So let me bring you up there. I'm going to show you what it looks like, and then we're going to replace the links, and we'll get this job wrapped up and out the door. Okay, now obviously in the front here, this is your brakes. This is your stabilizer link right here. You see how the link goes down into the sway bar down here, and it connects into the sway bar down in the bottom right here. This is where the rattling is taking place, and the way you can check it is you get in here with a pry bar, and you go underneath here like this with the pry bar, right? And you lift it up and down very slightly, and you see that movement inside there. That will give you the rattling noise that he's hearing when you're driving. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to push it down, and you see that movement in there? That's the rattling noise that he's getting in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace both stabilizer links at the same time. So we're going to spray this up here with penetrating oil, and we're also going to spray the top up here with penetrating oil also. We're going to come in the back over here. We're going to hold this with a wrench. It's probably an 18 millimeter, and then we're going to shoot this off here with an air gun. And down the bottom down there, we're not going to be able to get in there with an air gun. We're going to have to do it with a ratchet or a wrench, whichever works for us. So let's spray it up with some penetrating oil, and let's get started on it. Okay, remember we're going to spray it up with a little bit of penetrating oil first. And then we're going to remove I'm going to remove the bottom one first just because it's a little bit more difficult. We just get on here with the ratchet. This is a 14 millimeter, just so you know. And we'll break it loose. And we will need to hold the inner part here with a 17 millimeter wrench. And then we'll unscrew it. Actually, it's coming off fairly easy, which I'm surprised about. It never comes off that easy. What I'm doing is I'm holding the nut with my hand because it doesn't turn. Alright, we're going to unscrew that nut from the lower part of the stabilizer link. Now you can change one of them if you wanted to, but I'm going to change two of them on this car just because the other one is in the same condition that this one is. Now obviously if you have an air gun, you can use an air gun, and I'm going to do that because I do have an air gun. The bottom one was a little bit tight, I couldn't get in there, but the top one we should be able to get it out pretty easily. Hold it back with the wrench, and then you can shoot it off. Alright, then we just take our stabilizer link out, and this is the piece right here that actually wears out and causes the banging noise inside here. Now when you hold it in your hand, you move it, you could feel it clicking as you move it in and out. So this is absolutely no good. Let's grab the new one, let's put the new one back in, and then we're going to go around to the other side, and we're going to do the other side the exact same thing. So let me grab the new part, and we'll come right back. Okay, now that we have our replacement, we put the replacement in. Yes. And now we catch the nuts on both of them. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab our air gun. We're going to tighten up this one, hold this in the back right here, and then we can tighten this in. Nice and tight. And then what we're going to do is we'll come in here with our ratchet, and we'll tighten that lower one up because it's hard to get in there with that ratchet. With the air gun. So we'll get on here with our wrench like this. We'll put our socket on the back over here and tighten it up. Just because of the angle on this is going to be easier with a ratcheting wrench. So we're going to tighten it up as far as we can with our wrench like this. Alright. Now we got it tight with our ratcheting wrench. We're just going to snug it up really tight, like this. Sorry about that. Alright, make sure our bolts are nice and tight, which they are, and that's it, we're all set. Alright, so let me just recap what I did to it here. We tightened this up, we held it in the back over here with a wrench, nice and tight. The bottom is also tight. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. And don't forget to lubricate the new stabilizer links, both top and bottom. And that's it, we're all set. Alright, like always, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.